A wonderful morning to each one of you. Thank you for joining me today. As usual, I wish you all the best in all your undertakings. This is a Monstera, Lechleriana, Variegated Albo. I got this home about a month ago and it has grown. These last couple of leaves over here, over this vine, I get an additional 2 leaves, and it has 2 vines over here, as you can see. Right, this is one, and then over here there's another one. The main vine or the primary vine is doing well. Okay, if you can follow my fingers over here. Alright, this is doing well. It has given me 2 new leaves since it came home a month ago. But the other vine over here, alright, it comes from this node over here. Okay, so this vine is not doing that well. I thought I was very happy. There were 2 vines. This browning on this side, and also is browning on this leaf too. I'm going to repot this because the vendor has given me a very thick pole and quite tall. I don't feel comfortable with it, and I'm going to change it. All right, I can see the pole again. It's really thick. I'm going to reduce it to 1/3 the size or its thickness. Okay, again, check out the vine. Okay, this is the stem that comes off the substrate. Here is one vine going up. This is a primary one. It's given me good leaves, right, big leaves. I hope it will fenestrate, pinnate later. This is the secondary vine. I'm going to cut it over here, and I'm going to propagate it because it's not doing well. I think this plant cannot sustain itself with 2 vines, right? That's the reason why for the browning here, and also browning over this side. Okay, it's because not enough energy, not enough food is being produced to sustain them. 2 of them. Okay, so once I remove this, I'm going to uproot everything. I'm going to remove this pole, and I'm going to use new substrates. I will introduce you later, as well as also a new moss pole. This is my size down pot from 15 cm to 10 cm. The old one is 15, this is 10. This is my sphagnum moss Chilean 7A sphagnum moss pole. It's a 1.5 feet, 18 inches, or about 47 cm. Okay, let me just show you this. This is easily a 3-foot pole, and it is about 9 over cm, almost 10 cm in thickness and diameter. This is essentially just over 3 cm in diameter. Let me just go over to the substrates here. This is volcanic pellets from Indonesia. They call Pasir Malang. This is a smaller size one, and this is a volcanic pellets from Japan. It is fluval stratum. I am going to use some puff cow. This would retain water. Right? I think I cannot have a pot that can't retain enough water, so this would give it a really good retention. Of course, the rest also will retain water, but I would say that this would, if it's indoor, the watering once a week is enough. And this is pumice to give it porosity and also chunkiness. right? So I will also likely to reuse some of these old substrates, making up of perlite as well as also cocoa chips and so on, or I may just add new perlite into the pot. This is the secondary wine. The leaves at the elbow sector is browning because of lack of food, lack of sustenance and nutrients. So I have steeped it for propagation in water. There is a small aerial root here at the node, but the tip is browning just a little bit. I'm a little bit concerned. Okay, there's another node up here, at least 2 more nodes up. I think this would stand it in good state. I think we should be able to do something about that. And look at the new leaf, it is browning actually, the new shoot. So it is not a good sign. This plant should have been repotted a while back. I've shaken the plant out from its pot. The roots looks very good. It's just that it is a little bit fine. It's thin, but there are plenteous of it. So kudos to the previous grower who passes to me. I think they have laid a foundation of a good plant. So the last month has been good too because there's no root rots. Alright, after cutting through the wire mesh, because the roots have gone right into the wire mesh and intertwined itself with the mesh, and it is all messed up, and I have to use a cutter to cut through the wire mesh to get through to this really lovely root ball or root system. Unfortunately, one of the aerial root has rotted, but that is not a big deal because there are many more. So this would do well in a chunky, porous substrates. It was soon to be in. I placed the plant inside a 15 cm pot, a drastic reduction from 20 cm of the previous pot. Check out the root ball, a fine root system. I hope that it will grow thicker to be more resilient. And I have get the stem twisted in such a way that the upper aerial roots will be able to go into the moss. Right here, I would try my best to encourage it to go in these little aerial roots here, to go into the moss bowl by adding some sphagnum moss later to it, attached to it, to encourage the aerial roots to grow. Okay, ready to add more substrates. So at the bottom of this pot are big pieces of pumice to line it. That's what I like to do, so that the water would be able to seep out just in case it's waterlogged. The plant is in the pot. Beautiful Monstera, Lechleriana, Variegated Albo, in a nice chunky porous substrates. It's climbing, and I hope it will continue to climb.